grew up playing soccer. Very passionate about sport, very passionate about medicine. As I started to go through high school courses where you started to learn about sports medicine, when I started to look into where I wanted to go to school, to grad school, I thought physical therapists did the exact same thing that an athletic trainer did. And what it came down to for me was being in an office versus being on the field with players every day. You know, leaving school, I did a lot of free work. I did a lot of internships. I did a lot of 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m. jobs, cover cycling events, running events, soccer events, football, everything that was on the board. And then I was given a great opportunity in getting into Real Salt Lake. You get to work with highly motivated athletes who are really good at what they do and who are pretty good specimens of the human body. And it's easy to do what you do as an athletic trainer when they're so motivated. Day to day, you know, when you get in here and we say, we go over the injury report with the coaching staff, we set up a plan for all the players that we're rehabbing, and as we put forth that plan, we help to educate them as to why we're doing what we're doing, and that gives them a little bit more ownership in their rehab. And I think when you can create that for a player, they really go above and beyond when it comes to being able to get back to their sport and the level at which they played before they were injured. If you can start them at a base where they're able to understand why you're asking them to do a very simple exercise, the complex stuff comes easy. We work as a team. It's the certified strength and conditioning coach, it's the athletic trainer, it's the head coach, it's the assistant coach, all the way down to the general manager. When we talk as far as Jason Price's decisions for game time, there's a lot that goes into injury rehabilitation and looking into the crystal ball that an athletic trainer has as to when that player can play. And there's a lot of rough moments and there's a lot of really good moments. And I think once we establish that relationship where we trust each other and what we're doing is going to be best for the team as well as best for the player and their career. From my standpoint, I have to look at a career-long decision sometimes. As much as baseball is a superstitious sport, I'm learning that soccer has its quirks and tendencies to be superstitious as well. We're very strict as to who has a piece of gum, who has a Sharpie marker, who has a smelling salt, at what time they have that, who gets a certain color of tape placed on which certain wrist, and those types of things, as much as they may be joked about in the media, they happen from day to day. I will be the first to say that I get very passionately involved in the calls, in the game, in the flow of things, but at the same time you have to be focused on what's going on with each player, and so you're keeping an eye on players who may have some lingering injury. And so being an athletic trainer on the sideline, you have to be able to evaluate the injury quickly. You have to be able to keep your emotion out of it. When there's players around, there's something going on. Usually there's not just peace and quiet when you're out there evaluating the injury. In soccer, it's very nice when the head coach comes to you on Monday and says, hey, do we have everybody for the game? And it's like, yeah, everybody's healthy, we got no problems. That's a perfect world. We don't live in that one.